afternoon in this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. And able to get this out to the 25. At their own 25-yard line.
All right.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nicky Manwari. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On play action, they'll throw. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Here we go, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And now an audible here into something else. Now they'll run. It's Ken Walker. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Come on, set. Cougar 19.
They'll drop the throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Keanu Benton, the one who got in to bury him. That is inches from the upright. It's no good.
Needed that.
Left, and this will remain a scoreless game. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Downfield, and he's got 11. Down to the 10. And he will score. pass. Chris Olave, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Oh, good return up past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Yeah, they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
45-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back to Walker on first down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. The Seahawks looking for win number 2 on the year. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind is certainly...
Oh my God. Oh, that should be mine. Should be mine. Fucking ass.
The always tough NFL.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Let's go. 18 caught.
Running left is Walker. He tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. You look at this Raiders defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
70 Timberwolves.
Second and 11. That's to the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can sprint.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. The drive will begin with a run by Genty. Shifts past him. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Once again, it's Genty.
You gotta hold your block, Thornton.
They went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And it's throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Davis. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup
take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. They were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender, but a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go. Here's Genty. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. They'll set up to throw. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. When you talk about this Seahawk defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
Oh my God.
Too much that time. It's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And this one taken in by Alavo. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Genty.
Why did he turn?
Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back into 24. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they
Max
stay
Crosby.
positive. At the same time, you're wondering how we're going to move the football. What do we have on this play
Max
sheet that can
Crosby.
work? Get back to basics is usually your answer.
Huey.
And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Second and long. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
19, Tiger, 19.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Good gain of 14 yards, but not enough. It's fourth down.
It's fourth down.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Let's go. 70 Lions.
On first down, it's Genty. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 27-yard line.
Now back to throw. That's to Bench over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 55 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First down, Las Vegas.
Genty. Going to take this down just short
That's
of
a
the goal
doof.
line. He got 3, but could not get the
Oh,
ball.
doof.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders take a 3-touchdown lead. Wolf on now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Raiders 21, Seahawks nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse it. This is an important possession. think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. About 3 yards there to the 27.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Ready, set.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Ready.
Well, he'll try to run with this. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. And the Seahawks first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Okay,
This
ready.
offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go. 70 Timberwolves.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Horton. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Get it. Panther 60. Panther 60.
They'll set up a throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll try to pick it up himself. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
60 Eagles. 60.
First
Gotta
and
be
goal at
lying.
the 5-yard line.
Here's Walker. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
Where are we going, Doc?
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to.
And he's
I was there.
in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Olave holds it in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19.
Now they'll change things up.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll look to throw now on first down. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 3.
Here we go, here we go.
39-yard line.
70 Timberwolf.
Option play, they'll give to Walker. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Let's go. Cowboy 80.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 18 yards there, down to the 18 and a first down.
Tag. 70 Lions. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Chop alert. Let's go.
Trying the left side with Walker. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
What a run.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there, just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. They're going to look to throw. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Cooper Kupp from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
The Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. He lets it go deep for Olave. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They decided the
I tried.
opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Again, he'll drop the throw.
Oh my God.
It's out, it's loose. And the Seahawks, there he goes left side. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold it, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They'll start on the ground with Ginty. They'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they'll get about 2 there to the 36.
And this is showing faith in a running back who just lost a fumble a minute ago. That was returned for a touchdown. Now, some coaches might let him think about on the bench for a bit, but he's right back out there. They're showing that they have confidence in him.
3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Ginty. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll go again with Ginty. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
The run straight ahead with Ginty. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time to make sure you get it.
It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter.
Excuse me.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh no! Two motherfuckers had their hands on it, bro. God dang.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4.
On the set.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. Outright.
Sit the fuck down.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. They'll look to throw again. Looking for
I was there, bro.
2 in a row.
I was there.
That's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Cooper Cup.
Cougar
10
19.
yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 47-yard line.
He's going to try and take off with it. The 20. And he is out of
Damn!
bounds right
You
around
fucked me up
the
with that.
10-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
At the 10-yard
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
Tag. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Go.
They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Cougar 19. Ready.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
1 score down. Here we go.
Come on.
They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Zach Charbonnet. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th.
Gotta run the ball.
Kicks away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way.
Nope.
Touchdown.
Where'd that get out?
Wolf on now for the extra point. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28.
Seahawks 28.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Here we go, here we go.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
70,
And they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Here we go, set. Ready, right?
They'll look to throw. Throw right side, pulled in by Mayer.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now quickly here to Smith and Jigba. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
At the 27-yard line.
Viking 18. 70 Lions.
And if you're keeping an eye on the box score, that last run puts him over the 100-yard mark for the game. And this defense has just had all sorts of trouble trying to keep him under wraps, both passing and running.
A big play looming on 3rd down. Back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Come on, come on.
At the 9-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Cougar 19. Ready.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
2nd down, goal to go.
2. 18 Cardinals.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
Ugh.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
1st and 10.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. Oh, an excellent tackle there as they keep him inbounds and hold him to no gain. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll find Ginty out of the backfield. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3. Back to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there.
Dixon to kick off for
Seattle. So the Raiders are going to get the football first here in the overtime session as we are back underway. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They ultimately lost the lead. But right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to get out in front and force your opponent to play from behind with a good drive here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run out of the gun with Ginty. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a first throw here in overtime. That's to Bash over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 15
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So third down coming up. And Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4-down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you've got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
Pass right side, caught by Thornton. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Las Vegas.
A give out of the gun to Genty. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is complete downfield to Knox. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. Wolf on now for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point
Needed that.
Makes the score Raiders 42, Seahawks 35.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Come on.
That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Here we go. Viking 18. Go.
And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
Ready, go.
And the Seahawks
Ready, steady.
They'll look to throw here. Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Tap the 60, tap the 60. Hawk, Cougar 19. Cowboy 80.
He'll look to throw. traffic, and that's complete. They'll come out of a four-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. A quick pass to Cup. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5.
He would have fumbled right there, bro.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
Get it. Cowboy 80. Warrior 70. Ready, ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
They'll try and throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses...
Didn't he fucking fumbling fuck me?